Eze is an Igbo word which means king. Such words as Igwe and Obi plus others are used by Igbo people as titles of respect and homage to the Eze. Igwe is derived from the Igbo word Igwekala or Eluigwekala. The sky or heaven above the sky is higher or bigger than land, implying that the Eze is a higher servant of the people. Obi is normally the center building for receiving visitors in an Igbo leader's a man's homestead, and when used as a title of respect for the Eze, Obi implies the one who sits in the throne house or heart of the kingdom. In Igbo tradition and culture, the Eze is normally an absolute monarch advised by a council of chiefs or elders whom he appoints based on the good standing within the community. A popular saying in Igbo is Igbo and Obi, which translates to "the Igbo have no king." Quote, this popular saying does not, however, capture the complexity of Igbo societies as portrayed in many centuries of anthropological, sociological and political research. The Igbo people had and still have ruling bodies of royal and political leaders where an individual can be recognized by the entire society as primus inter pares, i.e., first among equals. This status is usually hereditary and among the male lineage since Igbo culture is patrilineal. Women in Igbo cultures were known to develop parallel social hierarchies through which they both competed and collaborated with the counterpart. Male kingship and governing hierarchies. Kingship in Igboland. Scholars generally believe that Igbo kingship institutions originated from three sources. The first source is indigenous and ancient priesthood, which traditionally combined clerical and political duties in the village-based republics. This is the case in several places, notably in Ngwa, where Josiah and Ubwisi Nwachukwu was Eze and paramount chief during British colonial times. Eze also existed in Erachukwu Awka Nri Igbo Oera Northern Nsukka, Enugu Ovoko and Ihikwu Awka are home to the Igbo Eze communities. The king is variously referred to as Eze or his Eze, depending on lineage. The second source is the colonial imposition on Igbo communities by the neighboring Benin Empire. There is, however, an opposite view wherein the Eze Nri imposed or influenced the constitution of the Benin Obi's status. The differing points of view are particularly focused on the communities of Asaba, Onitsha, and Agata, according to some scholars who argue against what is known as the Ifigbo nomenclature on origin. Igbo kings of these places trace the historical roots of their investiture immediately to the Oba of Benin. They tend to be called Obi. The third source of origin of Igbo kingship is believed to be 19th and 20th century colonial impositions by the British Empire. Under an indirect rule policy, warrant chiefs were created by the colonial administration. Though native to the communities, the warrant chiefs were usually selected from among those most cooperative with the foreign rulers. For this and a number of other reasons, the Igbo populations usually resented and often overtly resisted the authority of the warrant chiefs. An example of such resistance is the Igbo Women's War of 1929. After Nigeria gained its constitutional independence from Britain, many of the warrant chiefs tried to maintain the power by seeking to transform their identities. Those with residual political influence and newfound wealth bought honorary-sounding titles, and clamored to be retained as traditional rulers by the government of independent Nigeria.